Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Member Spotlight series. My name is Jordan, your Healthi Community Manager, and I'm so excited to have Healthi member Russell on tonight. It's going to be a great meeting, and I'm excited to learn about Russell's journey, his 70-pound weight loss, where he was when he started and where he is now. This definitely is going to be an episode that is going to inspire others and also inspire me. So I'm super excited to get this episode started. If you are new here, go ahead and let us know where you're watching from. If you haven't already, go ahead and give this video, this live, a thumbs up. Go ahead and click the share button. And, go ahead and let us know where you're from. I'm seeing all the people in the comments. You all are amazing. But we're going to go ahead and get this started once Russell gets on. So super excited to get him on tonight. Also, if you are watching this in the replay, go ahead and write #replay down in the comments. Just be a minute or two for him to get on. Alrighty, let's see if he's on here. Just be another minute or so. Hello, everybody joining. All right, I saw you on here, Russell. Where'd you go? Give me just 1 second. Just a moment or so. There's always some technical difficulties. All right, there you are, Russell. Oh, there he is. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get him on here. Without further ado, let's get Russell. What is going on here? Technical difficulties with Facebook. It would not be a Tuesday night live if we did not have some technical difficulties. So just be a minute or two, guys. We are so sorry. But hello to everybody who's on here. Yeah, literally every single week there is something that Facebook wants to do to us that does not let us start on time. It's always something. Try to... Facebook's saying to update Facebook app, but the app is updated. Hello, everybody that is joining and everybody that's saying hi. Really do appreciate it. Okay, let's see. We got something going. We have something going. Fingers crossed. Hey, from Kentucky. Hello. Okay, say it's adding, Russell, to the live. Let's see what it's going to do. Still saying it's adding him, guys. I promise. I am so sorry for all this. Come on now. No answer from the live video guest. Okay. One more time. Send invite. Let's go. Let's go. Fingers crossed. Here we go. Russell, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. I am so sorry, Russell. It is always something. Let me get down a little bit so that you can see me. Can you hear me, Russell?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me good?
I can. I can. Russell, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I know that we've had this kind of in the works for the last couple of weeks. So I'm hoping that you had a fabulous Thanksgiving and everything is going great now. And yeah, I'm super excited. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to a lot of our members that might not know who you are. I know you kind of, the first time I met you or seen you was on the Facebook group a couple months ago, and you're like, I'm a little behind the scenes. So I'm sure a lot of people don't know who you are. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, I just do a lot of following. I'm Russell Horn. I'm from Monroe, North Carolina. Like everybody else, been up and down, but hopefully this time going slow and steady. So hopefully slow and steady wins the race, and I'll keep it off this time. It's going good.
No, so let's start from the very beginning. I know you said, you're hoping to keep it off this time. Let's go from the very beginning. How was your weight loss as far as, or your weight gain or anything like that from the very beginning? When did you decide, or when did you see that you needed to start losing weight, or you thought you needed to start losing weight?
It's been years. I've been overweight my whole life. So I've been yo-yoing. I've tried everything and, just put it back on. But, like I said, hopefully this time I've been doing it a little different, making sure it's going a little slower. So, and setting goals. So.
No, I get you. So at what year or at what age of your life did you, this time around that you started? Was it earlier this year that you started again to get your weight off?
Yeah, actually, I met a guy. He was on The World's Biggest Loser, and he started a
Really?
What was it called? Something 10, like a goal of 10, where you just have like any goal, like 10 days, 10 pounds. And I just started off in the 1st of January. Just my first thing was for 10 days, I'm going to track every single thing I eat. And then the next 10 days, I added something else. So it just kind of snowballed from there.
Wow. I never really have thought about that analogy or thinking like, I know right now we're doing our 25 healthy days, going on this month. And one thing that one of our coaches said was just, what can we do right now? What is something that we can take control of? Whether that's, hey, I'm going to drink 64 ounces of water this week or every day this week, start small. So to hear you say that about the 10 rule, that's so smart to be like, hey, my first goal is 10 pounds, or my first goal, like you said in January 1st, was I want to track the first 10 days in January and let's see how that goes. And so how was that for you, those first 10 days of really, I'm tracking what I'm eating? Was it hard for you to get back on the bandwagon, or was it just you had your mind set up and you're going to do it?
It was hard. I mean, it was hard, but once I got rolling, it got easier. And then next thing I know, I was adding, like the next 10 days, I want to walk at least 4 days out of those 10 days. And I did that while continuing to track. So it just kept building.
No, that's awesome. No, that is completely awesome. So what was your, if you don't mind me asking, what was your highest weight that you were at in January 1st?
I mean, honestly, like I said, I couldn't even weigh myself. If I had to guess, it had to be 420 to 430.
Really?
Yeah.
And how tall are you, Russell?
6'2", 6'3", right around in there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm guessing that like just with being in the 400s and even being at 6'2", 6'3", there was probably some things in your life that was probably a little difficult as far as like movement and all that stuff. So how was that, starting to walk? Like, were you just like, I'm gonna do a mile a day or so many steps a day with your tracker, or how was that for you?
I just started out with, I'm on the way our neighborhood's set up. I got like 5 different roads I can walk on, and I just started, well, I'm going to do this road, and I just did that one road for the week, just, the first time. And then the next week I'd add just a little bit more, and then just keep building and building.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Did it get much easier for you as, the weeks went on?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it definitely did. So, and plus, I got a dog that helps keep me motivated.
Oh, I bet. I bet. No, we have a Labradoodle. We're up in Indiana right now visiting we had some family business to take care of, and he is not liking the little small town yard that we're staying in my in-laws' house. He likes to be on the acres and run around. So I completely understand that. So as you got through your first 10 days of tracking, I'm curious to know, with the way of eating you were doing before and then now you were tracking, what were some of those meals that you did in the first 10 days to kind of help you get on track? Was there like certain breakfasts that you were like, I'm going to make it really easy, or were you just like eggs and bacon, or how was that for you on your go around?
Well, honestly, a lot of it's my wife. She does a lot of prep cooking. So, like for dinner, I mean, without her, I couldn't have do it because she does a lot of my meal prep. I do a lot I work on the road a lot. So, breakfasts are typically hard boiled eggs, yogurt, fruit, in a wrap for lunch on the go. And then dinners, it's
Yeah.
what she typically makes, a veggie and a meat. And then,
Yeah. So now that I know that you're a truck driver, I'm curious to know, you're walking, all that stuff, but majority of your time throughout the day is obviously driving. So how have you always been a truck driver before when you were trying to lose weight?
well, I'm a delivery driver, so I do like a transit van. But still, I mean,
Oh, okay.
it's still hard, it's still hard to make time to do it, but you still just do it,
No,
just
I
make the
completely
time.
understand. So, oh yeah, and especially with the long hard days, I completely understand that. I totally I get a lot of people that message me on Facebook or Instagram that their husbands are either delivery drivers or truck drivers, and it honestly surprises me that they're just like, what are some ideas for on the road food, because you don't have access to like, hey, I'm bringing this nice hot meal or this meal that needs to be hot when I eat it. You don't always have that.
No, because if you go to McDonald's, we're not gonna make a healthy choice going to McDonald's, all of us or something, So I mean, I typically get like those flat outs and just make a wrap and do a sandwich for
Yeah.
lunches, and like I said, the boiled eggs for breakfast, and then the Greek yogurt and fruit and stuff. So.
Oh, wow. Sorry. So, and you also said that your wife has been a very good contributor to all this, because obviously she does good planning. How is it to have that sidekick that is there to help you and root you on?
Oh, it's without her, I couldn't. I mean, she just she's my rock on that part. So I mean, it's just
Yeah. No, I love that. I love to hear that. So I'm curious to know, Russell, when you first started with us, what plan were you on when you first started?
I think I tried carb conscious the first time, and then we went to the
Okay.
smart, sugar smart. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you find different? What made you decide to switch from carb conscious over to our Sugar Smart plan?
Honestly, I don't remember. And and to be truthful, I think maybe it's because I think I got more points on the Sugar Smart plan, so I felt like I was eating more food. I can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah. No, love it. So, how many pounds down are you right now, Russell?
I'm guessing I'm down to about 320, so it's about 80, 90 pounds. So.
That's amazing. That's truly amazing. And you started again January 1st. And it just shows to us and the people that are watching and listening that, it doesn't matter what job you have, what type of lifestyle you have, you can definitely get your health and wellness in control with what you're tracking and putting into your body. You're definitely a testament to that.
Yeah, and the big thing is, I mean, what Sean started to show with me, that showed, the small steps lead to the big steps, and we're all going to drop, we're going to have falls down the road, but you just pick yourself up and just don't let that wreck you.
No, and I'm curious to know, has there been any stumbling blocks for you since January 1st
Oh
that has
yeah,
came up?
I mean, I love sweets, so I mean, I'll eat that piece of cake or whatever. Oh, there's my daughter right there. uh, but yeah, I'll eat the piece. I don't deprive myself. If I want something, I'm gonna eat it, and then I just make sure I budget for it. So, and then another goal since I've really started moving, my weekly goal is I try to get whatever my weekly points are, at the little added on weekly points, I try to at least do
Yeah,
that much in exercise points.
like in fit points.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
If I got like 50 extra, I just a little goal I try to set for myself on that.
yeah.
So
So because you're using your weekly points and say, or your weekly bites, and so say, you get 40 weeklies or whatever you get, you're just trying to counteract that with getting in your steps to be able to be like, hey, even though I use my weekly bites, I'm still seeing those activity bites kind of
yeah.
counteract. That's a good way to think of that. That's a good way to think of that. So Russell, I'm curious to know, what are some short-term goals you have, and then what is like some long-term goals you have? You've already lost
Well,
80, 90
still,
pounds, between 70 and 80 pounds. Like, what are some of those short-term and long-term for you?
I mean, I'm still doing the 10 thing. It's just like I said, it works. It's a great idea. So I mean, I'm still doing the small steps, but I still got a ways to go. I mean, ultimately, I'd like to get down to about 280. So I got about 40 to 50 more pounds to lose. So I'm going to just continue
Yeah.
that, and then when at that point, I just really want to be conscious and really stick to stick to it. So.
Yeah. So, Russell, with that to think, you said that this is like another chance and another try that you took, and you're being successful at it. What do you think is different now for you this time around than it was the other times?
Actually, you've seen one of the things pop up. My daughter. I mean, I want to be here. I'm 55 years old. I want to be here for my daughter. She's not married yet. I want to see her get married, have grandkids, and be here for
Yeah.
my wife. You know.
No, I love that. I love that. So your family is definitely a big motivator for you to be able to keep it off and to stay healthy.
Yeah, most definitely.
No, I love that. So, Russell, what I normally ask our members, I usually ask them two things towards the end of the interview. And, you've shown amazing success for us in seeing that, like I said before, it doesn't really matter what job you have, if you're sedentary or if you're in the truck like you are, being a delivery driver or anything like that, you can definitely make time for yourself and for your health and wellness. I feel like sometimes especially in the season that we're in right now, it kind of feels like we're all about everybody else and what can we do for them and what, all this stuff. And sometimes we have to just stop and think that, the biggest thing for us to do is to really keep ourselves going and keep ourselves in check with our health and wellness. Because as much as we love to see everybody and do things for people, if we're not there, if our health isn't there and we're not there, like you said, long term for your daughter and your wife, hopefully to see your wife or your daughter get married, it's definitely, we need to start focusing on ourselves more, especially as the new year comes in. So thank you for that, to show our members, our healthy members, that, hey, if you can do it, anybody can do it. It's not the easiest thing to do, but it's definitely doable.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. And it's hard, like I said. And what's wrecked me in the past is if I have a downfall, I let that downfall just totally wreck me. And I'm trying to keep the attitude, okay, I'm gonna have a downfall. I know that's okay. Just stay the course and just
Yeah. No matter what life throws your way, no matter if you gain a little bit of weight back, you're trekking forward and you're going to get down to goal. And I love that. Love that aura on you. It's amazing. So Russell, like I said, towards the end of the interview, I always ask, what is something that now? You're 70 to 80 pounds down now. What is something now that you wish you knew when you first started your journey?
oh well, real quick, I want to show, here's my rock.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you? I'm proud of him for what he's done the second time around.
No, I love it. I love it. That rock and support is what everybody needs. No matter if it's your wife or if it's your husband or that friend down the road, or sometimes we don't even have that. Maybe it's just the internet friend we have in our circle. Yeah. We all need rocks, and I'm so glad that you were there for your husband to help him.
I support him. Plus, we have a couple of grills and smokers that we cook out on the weekends, and that helps. That helps a lot. So we haven't gone out to eat probably in 2 months other than breakfast.
That's awesome. That is totally awesome. I love that. Thank you. So it was nice meeting you.
All right.
Love it. I love it.
Question there again.
No, you're fine. That's awesome. I love, seeing everybody's support system. Not everybody has that. So that's amazing, Russell. I'm glad for you and I'm happy for you. But no, there's always that one thing that we know now that we wish we wish we knew before when we started. Like, is it just as easy as we think, or is it as hard as we think? Or what was that one thing that you're just like, man, I wish when I started January 1st, I knew this.
I mean, everybody preaches it, but it's probably the small goals. I think in the past with me, I set too lofty of goals and you don't succeed and you automatically setting yourself up for failure. And that's, I mean, like you said, the 10 thing was just so simple, but it's making obtainable goals. So you're feeling better about yourself, no matter what goal you set within that 10, that it just starts snowballing. It's like, wow, this is just, yeah.
Yeah. No, and that, honestly, I can tell you this, Russell, I've been doing these meetings, these member spotlight meetings for about 2 years. Like, I was just talking to somebody the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, I really think it was like 2019 and we're going on to 2022. Like, it's amazing how many of our members that I meet weekly. And I can truly tell you, Russell, this 10 thing that you're talking about is something I have not heard yet. And it's something that I wish I knew when I first started my journey, was just being like, hey, Jordan, just do 10 days. What can you do in 10 days? And then after the 10 days, be like, what can you do in 10 pounds? Like, how's that going to be? So thank you for that, because I wish I knew that. That's one thing now I can say I wish I knew when I first started my journey back then. So thank you for that, Russell. I love that. So at the end now, you've been amazing. You've been answering so many questions. I'm thankful for you for being on tonight. But this is going to be on our Healthy Talks podcast on Friday. And, you know, we get about 2,000 to 3,000 members that listen every single week, if not more. So they're going to listen to your whole entire journey and they're going to get inspired by it. But there's going to be that person that is just ready to get started, ready to start using Healthi, or ready to just get their health and wellness and, you know, going. What is something you want to tell them to get them to start?
Just start. I mean, it's funny because when he started that thing, I think the first of the year was like a Saturday, and the whole group, and what's funny is I'm the only one left in that group that's sticking with this thing. But the whole group was like, we're starting Saturday. And I said, well, I'm going to do the proverbial. I'm going to wait till Monday to start. And everybody's like, yeah, sure. Okay, be that one. And I wound up being the last one standing with this whole thing. But, you know, it's just, you know, just start. I mean, you got to, it's amazing. Once you just get going, you just feel so much better. So,
yeah. Definitely, like you said, it's a snowball effect. One thing leads to another, and then you're 70 to 80 pounds down like you are right now, and you're just not stopping. You're going to get to goal. So that's awesome. Yeah. It's a lot. I feel like a lot of our members, especially this time of year, think it's so hard. It's so hard to get started. It's so hard to start tracking. And, you know, just like you said, just start. Just start. And use your 10 rule. Use your 10 rule. Start those 10 days. See where you're at. If you don't want to track your food yet, start, like you said, start walking for 10 days. See if you see something in the scale or how your body feels by walking every day for 10 days. Maybe get your water in for 10 days. Love that. Love that, Russell.
Thank you. Yep. I'd like to, I mean, once I get to my goal, I'd like to talk with you again too, if you'd like.
Yeah, definitely. Why don't you? I've done this before. Samantha, a couple lives ago, she hit her 100-pound weight loss mark down to goal, and I had talked to her last year, and we re-interviewed her, and I would love to get you back on here when you get down to goal.
All right, good deal.
Love it. Thank you, Russell, so much for your time tonight. I really do appreciate it. I hope you had a good time like I did. And thank you for that 10 rule. That's something that's definitely going to stick with me.
All right. Thanks, sir. And you have a wonderful Christmas. And everybody else out there.
You take care. You take care, Russell. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, guys. That was Healthi member Russell. I've said it before. I can truly say this 10 rule is something that has blown my mind right now. It's totally been like, bam, what can we do for 10 days? What can we do for 10 days? What can you do for 10 days? What can I do for 10 days? This is something I'm really going to think about and something I'm really going to put into place. And I hope you guys will too. Russell lost 70 to 80 pounds. He is still working, still has some weight to lose that he wants to, has some short-term goals, some long-term goals. But just him showing up every day, having a support system. It was nice meeting his wife. If you guys don't have that support system in your life, in your physical life that you're in right now, head on over to any of our unofficial Facebook groups. Get a circle going. Get a Healthi gang going. Let's all be cheerleaders and support systems for each other. So like I said, my name is Jordan. I'm the community manager for Healthi. I do this every single Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you'd like to be featured on our sorry guys, our member spotlight series interview, go ahead and reach out to us. I'd love to get you on here too. And I will check in with you guys next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard